The holidays are such a special time filled with cozy vibes, festive traditions, and of course, incredible music that we come back to year after year. Christmas music has this unique ability to instantly put you in the spirit, whether it's Mariah Carey kicking off her season of royalty checks with All I Want for Christmas Is You, or new hits that are making their way into your holiday playlists. Today's episode of the Spout Podcast is all about celebrating that magic, exploring the most iconic songs, unforgettable holiday moments in music, and even some of the weirdest or most fun Christmas tracks you might have missed. Plus, we'll share some of our own favorite things about the season, so grab some hot cocoa, turn on those twinkling lights, and settle in for 30 minutes of festive fun here on the Spout Podcast. Kicking off our holiday episode, because it is the most wonderful time of year, we have Tamara Dhia, our very own Spout host, with us. How are we doing today, Tamara?
Merry Christmas! I was going to say bah humbug, but I realized that's not in the spirit of Christmas.
That's not good. Yeah.
Although I am a big Grinch fan, which I think a lot of people maybe might look at me strange, but I love The Grinch. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. I watch all of the Grinch TikToks. Have you been on Grinch Talk?
Can you explain this photo?
Okay, first of all, that's for Martha's eyes only. I don't know how you got it.
The most that I see of Grinch Talk is just people dressed up in the characters like at Universal and just being super sassy to kids.
Yes.
And I love that stuff so much. Like the kids are like, what?
No,
what?
He's so good. Whoever does the Grinch at Universal Studios, like, put that man in the next movie. Although, some Grinch news, Jim Carrey recently said that he would actually revisit doing another Grinch. However, the caveat is that he would not sit in the makeup chair and put on the actual outfit the way that he did before, because it was kind of a traumatizing experience for him. So he's like, if there's some sort of zip-up suit, he was like, I would be there immediately.
I have a feeling that technology has improved since then, but because back in 2000, I remember that Christmas, I went with my family to go see How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey movie, and it was so good and funny, and I still think it holds up to this day. So I hope they bring it back. I'm sure technology has gotten better to where they'd be able to put a suit on him a bit quicker. And fun fact about the Grinch, but the animated one, did you ever see the animated one that came out a couple of years ago?
Of course, yeah.
That is the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time.
You're mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel.
They brought in $530 million in the U.S.
Gosh.
on its $75 million budget. It is streaming on Peacock. Home Alone is the second highest grossing Christmas movie of all time, no surprise.
When the McAllister family left on their Christmas vacation,
Did we miss the flight? No, you just made it.
they forgot one small thing.
Kevin!
Home Alone.
Brought in $476 million back in the day when it came out, and in 1990, and really launched Macaulay Culkin's career. Number 3, Alvin and the Chipmunks. If you saw the live action one of that,
Yeah, I
came out back in 2007.
You guys, he's dead!
Chipmunks can't talk.
Oh yeah? Check this out.
$365 million.
Wow, I'm surprised that that's bigger than some of the other movies that we mentioned.
Yeah, that one had a great cast. David Cross, who is one of my favorite actors, as well as Justin Long. Number 4, Home Alone 2 came back, Lost in New York.
Of all the familiar sounds of Christmas, surely this one is the most beloved. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
That is streaming on Disney+, as is Alvin and the Chipmunks, by the way. And then the final one is the Jim Carrey, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Jim Carrey is
The Grinch. I must stop this Christmas from coming.
That made $350 million, had Jim Carrey, directed by Ron Howard, and it is also streaming on Peacock. So apparently Peacock is the
Christmas
Grinch
hub.
network.
Yeah, exactly.
And Taylor Momsen, who played Cindy Lou Who, she fronts a band now, if you're not aware, called The Pretty Reckless, an absolute killer rock band. We should actually interview her on the Spout Podcast, so let me make a note of that.
So I have a question for you. A lot of people will argue this. What do you think is the better Home Alone movie, 1 or 2?
Well, have I got news for you? I've only seen Home Alone 1. So
You've never
I'm
seen
gonna
Home Alone 2? Oh my God.
I guess it's my time to go. Which they had many sequels. Didn't they have like some non-Macaulay Culkin sequels with like random kids in them?
We don't acknowledge those. We only acknowledge 1 and 2. And actually,
the one with Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci.
Yeah, 2. I mean, I would venture to say 2 might be better than 1. It is that good.
I feel horrible now saying I haven't seen it because I love the first one, and Netflix has this fantastic series that I actually need to recommend everybody should watch. It's called The Christmas Movies That Made Us.
It's just so ridiculously violent. It's so scary to watch. They really do the stuff.
We thought it was a pretty good movie, but we had no idea it was going to have the effect it did.
And it's based off, they have another series called The Toys That Made Us. And it's like each episode, it's kind of documentary, but lighthearted. If you remember the VH1s, like the 90s back in the day, where it would like cut to celebrities talking, and then it would be talking about these moments. That's what this show is like. They have a version for toys, and then they have one for Christmas movies. And they have an episode about Elf. They have an episode about Die Hard.
Die Hard, a classic Christmas movie.
So check that out, anybody. The Christmas Movies That Made Us on Netflix. It's a really cool behind-the-scenes look at the movies that we are talking about right now. While we are talking about things that people can stream, they can watch at home, a big thing that just dropped is Sabrina Carpenter's Netflix special, A Nonesense Christmas.
Christmas is coming early this year. I wouldn't count on a silent night.
Her holiday-themed special streaming on Netflix dropped back on December 6th. It blends her holiday music with playful variety show elements. It features live performances of songs from her Fruitcake EP alongside some fan favorites. Collaborated with some great artists like Chappell Roan and Shania Twain on this as well. It was sick, and Sabrina Carpenter seems like such a cool chick.
I really like Sabrina Carpenter. I think she has a really great tongue-in-cheek humor.
Yes.
And I like that she kind of like makes people a little angry at her humor because it's, kind of sometimes sexual, and they're like, you're a Disney girl. And it's like, she is a grown woman. She is a grown woman.
Yes.
Let her do her thing. And she did
That's
her
a
thing.
strange stigma to me always. Whenever a
know.
Disney kid tries to branch out and kind of be their own independent artist, you start to see people connecting Disney with them like, whoa, they can't do that. And I'm like, what?
She's grown. She can do
yeah.
what she wants, and she does it very well. I will say, I was surprised that the internet was so upset at Sabrina and Chappell's rendition of Last Christmas.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away.
So obviously, Chappell Roan and Sabrina Carpenter have both had incredible years where they both kind of took off into the stratosphere in terms of their popularity and the music sphere.
Crazy.
So bringing them together, obviously, I feel like it's like a Gen Z dream, right? So they did their rendition, and people were knocking it online and basically just saying that their voices don't go together. The tone was bad. Like I was shocked. First off, because I liked it. I thought it was like a fun, different vibe to it. And their voices, I also agree, they're not like two vocals that I would necessarily put together, but I thought they made it work. So I was very surprised that Gen Z was anti the Sabrina Chappell duet.
The thought didn't even cross my mind because I thought it was really sick, especially to see them together. As you said, at this point in their careers, when they're like two of the artists that are just taking over the world. The thought didn't even cross my mind that people would have been doing that, but that's the internet, and it exhausts me sometimes. I'm like, you guys get Chappell Roan and Sabrina Carpenter together and you're not happy. How?
I know,
Over
it's
Christmas
crazy.
songs.
And it's so interesting to me because when she first released Please, 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 she did this kind of vocal choice that she made when she's like, and don't embarrass me, mother effer.
Mother effer.
And like the way she played with her voice in that intonation there, like felt kind of like when I first heard it, I was like, oh, I don't know if people are going to like this. Like this is a very different direction for her, but they loved it. So that's why I thought
it went so viral.
Yeah, it's like super viral. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, she knows what she's doing. Like, do your thing, Sabrina. So I was very shocked when I was seeing all of the bad critics, I guess. Not even critics. It was just like, or their fans were not feeling it.
Hello, everybody. It is I, Nick Major, with the Spout Podcast. Hope you are enjoying the episode that you're checking out. But really quickly, let's talk about something that could change your life. Hers. Losing weight is not easy, and cookie cutter solutions just don't cut it a lot of the time. That's where Hers comes in. They offer holistic weight loss programs designed specifically for women. With Hers, you can access GLP-1 weekly injections that include the same active ingredients as Ozempic and Wegovy, or you can choose oral medication options. When you sign up, you'll be connected with a licensed medical provider who tailors your treatment to your needs. If prescribed, you'll get the medication as part of a complete program that includes ongoing care and online support, all included at no extra cost. And the best part is it is affordable. There are no hidden fees. $199 per month for compounded GLP-1 injections when you sign up for a 12-month prepaid subscription. And I can't stress enough, no hidden fees, no membership costs. Shipping is always free. Head on over to forhers.com/spout to start your free online visit. Again, that is forhers, forhers.com/spout, SPOUT. Please note that Hers weight loss isn't available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Restrictions apply. Ozempic and Wegovy are not compounded. Let's get back to this episode now.
Kicking off December with her holiday song, One Wish, Ava Max.
I got one wish, every day could feel like Christmas.
And then Ava Max as well. I want to shout out that Ava Max, a couple years ago, back in 2020, she put out a music song called Christmas Without You. This year, she put out a Christmas track called One Wish, which she performed on Jimmy Kimmel. But I always wonder for artists if it's intimidating to put out a Christmas song when Mariah Carey, like we've said, is the queen of Christmas. But she absolutely killed it with both of these.
And I know you just interviewed her recently for Spout. How was that interview?
It was good. It was a quick one. Sometimes on the webcams, you get quick chats, but we squeezed out what we could, and it was awesome. But what was it about this time now, this Christmas season, to drop One Wish?
I love One Wish. I really, really do. I feel like, for me, making Christmas music is a joy, and I also feel like the record just speaks to everybody. Everybody has one wish, right? So like at Christmas, and it's such like a fun record, and it's always stuck in my head. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna put this one out.
I will say, if I was an artist, I would definitely be putting out Christmas themed music, and I would try and get my Mariah moment, because you know, the lifespan of a pop star is not usually as long as a Mariah Carey, right? So if you can get it in there, and then in 20 years you're still banking a few $1 million every Christmas season, I would even be
not too bad.
I'd be like, does Halloween need a song, or does Thanksgiving need a song?
That's what I'm saying. A Labor Day song? Did someone say I'm trying to think of the most obscure holidays. It's like
Veterans
St. Patrick's
Day.
Yeah, Veterans Day. Like make a song. Every artist should be making a song for every holiday so that they can potentially be the Mariah Carey of whatever holiday they've made an anthem to.
Just saying. I think it's a good tactic.
Just spitting facts out here. I think it's a great idea. Okay, I need to know, one of my favorite things in the world is food. What are you eating over the holiday season, Tamara? Do you have favorite holiday Christmas dishes?
Oh yeah. Well, we do lamb. We do like a roast lamb. Sorry for all you vegetarians out there, but
not me.
I know exactly. Yeah, we do like roast lamb it's like our Christmas holiday tradition for my family. And then I love a good pecan pie. What about you?
I love making mashed potatoes because my mom was really bad at making mashed potatoes when I was growing up. They were dry, they were lumpy, they had no flavor. So now I just take them and I put like sour cream cheese, all this stuff in it, and they are so creamy and good. So I can't wait to make that for the family. But then also, I'm a big ham guy, which I was just actually talking about on a podcast I had with Maddox Batson, who's a fantastic country star. We were talking about food, and we both liked ham better than turkey. So catch me eating ham at the Christmas table this year.
And shout out to your mom and her mashed potatoes. Poor
Terrible.
thing. She's hearing you say this.
We don't shout those out. She knows I make the potatoes now because of that. So thank you so much, Tamara. I'm going to let you go. I've got some holiday chatter I'm going to get back to, but I appreciate you stopping by. You can always catch Tamara, me, Eric, whoever else on the Spout Podcast every week. But for now, happy holidays, Tamara. Thank you.
Thank you. You too. Got to go hop on Santa's sleigh. Bye.
It's Christmas time, my dear, and we said no gifts this year. I got one question, if you'd let me. what did you get me?
Jimmy Fallon turned his comedic chops into holiday magic with the Holiday Seasoning Spectacular, inspired by his recent holiday-themed comedy album. The NBC special featured Fallon alongside an impressive lineup of stars, including Dolly Parton, Justin Timberlake, Meghan Trainor, and the Jonas Brothers.
It's the Jonas Brothers snow globe.
Hello! Hey!
I think they're actually in there.
Over here! We're in the snow globe!
How did you guys get in the snow globe?
Holiday time to celebrate. We'll stay.
Comedy sketches and appearances by Weird Al Yankovic and the Radio City Rockettes added a classic meets modern holiday vibe, and it's a good time. Check out the clips online. I've been playing some as I'm talking about it anyways, I'm sure, but watch the full thing. It was pretty sick, and my friend Gabby worked on it. So Gabby, shout out to you. I'm so proud of you. Look at us. From film school to you're actually working on this stuff now. This is why you follow your dreams, everybody. And the CMA Country Christmas Special, the 15th annual one, brought a mix of holiday classics and country hits to ABC back on December 3rd. It was hosted by Amy Grant and Trisha Yearwood.
Sing your praise to the Lord. Come on, everybody, stand up and sing one more. Hallelujah. Give your
The event featured standout performances such as For King and Country's rendition of O Come Emmanuel, and Cody Johnson's soulful version of White Christmas.
Dreaming of a white Christmas.
This special really highlighted country music's deep connection to holiday traditions, so definitely check that one out as well. It feels like every genre is making sure they're covering you with holiday content, and I like that. Halle Bailey co-hosted Motown Christmas. She joined Smokey Robinson for a 2-hour ABC special celebrating Motown's timeless holiday contributions.
in the name of love before you break my heart.
Bailey's medley honoring the Supremes, and Jamie Foxx's tribute to Stevie Wonder featuring artists like Jordan Sparks and Andra Day were show highlights. This blend of nostalgic hits and contemporary performances underscored the lasting influence of Motown during the holiday season. So once again, another cool music-related TV broadcast thing that is worth checking out. How about some top Christmas songs? An interesting thing about this time of year is that songs pop up on the charts that are years and decades old. So whether you're driving around or drowning out the sound of your mother-in-law or just need more holiday music in your life, here are the 5 most popular Christmas songs of 2024 based off of Spotify numbers. Coming in at number 1, no surprise at all, and the song I'm going to talk most about because it is worthwhile is All I Want For You by Mariah Carey.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Don't care about the present underneath the Christmas tree.
The song came out back in 1994. The Queen of Christmas reigns supreme with this track still dominating globally. It recently surpassed 1 billion streams on Spotify. Very clearly, it has cemented its place as one of the most beloved Christmas songs of all time. It blends pop sensibilities with nostalgic holiday elements, including influences from 1960s rock and roll and even 19th century classical music like the Nutcracker. It is a timeless appeal driven by its catchy melody, joyful lyrics, and Carey's signature vocal performance, including the unforgettable money note near the end. Commercially, those where this shines and has just become a piece of history. It is just an absolute phenomenon. It has sold over 16 million copies worldwide, making it one of the best-selling singles ever. It continues to break records, including the most Spotify streams in a single day, over 21 million streams on Christmas Eve back in 2022. Since 2019, it has reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 multiple items during the holiday season, further solidifying, yes, its status as a cultural staple. Financially, the song generates $2.5 to $3 million annually in royalties. With consistent streams, radio play, and holiday features spots, it is estimated to have earned over $100 million in total since its release in 1994, making it not just a musical triumph, but a lucrative holiday treasure for Carey. She says this song took her 15 minutes to write, so that's a very good return on investment. And if you ever have a good little catchy Christmas song idea, it's time to put it out. The success has led to various adaptations, including a children's book and an animated film inspired by the song, ensuring its legacy for generations. Number 2 is Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, came out back in 1958.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop.
A crazy fact about it is that the vocalist, Brenda Lee, was only 13 years old when it was recorded. It was initially not a hit, but quite a few years later, it became what it is today. Now, decades later, it has nearly 925 million streams on Spotify. Number 3, Last Christmas by Wham.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away.
It came out in 1984, written and produced by George Michael, a bittersweet holiday classic song. This song remained in the top stream charts for decades thanks to its catchy tune and nostalgic lyrics, and it is once again one of the top Christmas tracks. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas by Michael Bublé. The 2011 rendition of it comes in at number 4.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go.
And anytime I hear Michael Bublé's voice, I wish that man could just sing everything to me forever. Michael Bublé, I can't even talk clearly about him. See how I'm getting flustered? But number 5, and rounding out the top 5 for your top streamed Christmas songs of 2024, Jingle Bell Rock by Bobby Helms. That came out back in 1957.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring.
Another vintage classic that continues to thrive frequently, featured in holiday ads and movies. It is interesting to me how so many of the holiday classics are songs that are decades and decades old. And I know it's because we all know them, but it will be interesting to see which ones come up next. Because I feel like the last one to really do it was Mariah Carey. I love the pop stuff. I love what's taking over the radio charts, but I'm also a huge pop punk guy, a rock guy, metal guy. So you can't beat the classics, but when you add in some guitars, some drums, some fast, hard drums, it just brings them up a notch a little bit. So I want to talk to you about some great pop punk alternative Christmas songs you might not know about. Blink-182's I Won't Be Home for Christmas.
Outside the carolers start to sing. I can't describe the joy they bring, 'cause joy is something they don't bring me.
Came out back in 1997. That was before Travis Barker joined the band. It was their drummer Scott Raynor. It came out just after their album Dude Ranch, and I truly think it's one of the best Christmas songs of all time. Maybe because Blink-182 is my favorite band of all time. It's just really good. The name is poking fun at I'll Be Home for Christmas. This one is called I Won't Be Home for Christmas. The song was originally released as a radio promo. It's a sarcastic take on the holiday season, featuring Blink's trademark humor and angst, but at a time when they were just finding themselves. 1997. Oh, I wish I could have seen them then. The song topped charts in Canada in 2001, becoming their first #1 single there. Fall Out Boy, a name we all know. Back in 2003, they dropped You'll Shoot Your Eye Out.
Don't come home for Christmas. You're the last thing I want to see underneath the tree.
It's a breakup song disguised as a Christmas tune filled with spite and biting lyrics, and gosh, it just makes me feel right in the holiday spirit. And My Chemical Romance, the first band I ever saw in concert back in 2004, so the year this song came out, they came out with a cover of All I Want for Christmas Is You, which would have been 10 years after the original Mariah Carey version came out, so that's awesome.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need, and I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree.
All right, let's talk about the man of the hour, jolly old Saint Nick, aka Santa Claus. He has some super impressive stats, and it's only right to give credit where credit is due, because Santa might be one of the most incredible living beings of all time. He is a speed demon. On a sleigh, he visits around 2.1 billion children across the globe in a single night. That means he's traveling at 1,800 miles per second to hit every home. Forget Bugattis. Santa's sleigh is the fastest vehicle ever. Santa's also the strongest man alive, and I believe it. To carry all of those gifts, Santa's sleigh hauls approximately 60,000 tons of toys. For comparison, that is heavier than the Eiffel Tower. Either his reindeer are juiced up on magic oats, or Santa has some serious upper body strength. I've met him a few times at shopping malls, and I can confirm he has a wicked strong handshake. More impressive, though, this man is an absolute calorie king. If every child left Santa one cookie and a glass of milk, he'd consume around 374 billion calories on Christmas Eve. That's about 1.5 billion Big Macs. Yet he somehow stays jolly, proving Santa has the ultimate metabolism. Let's talk about those reindeer, though, because they are providing green energy. Santa's sleigh is the most eco-friendly vehicle ever invented. No emissions, zero fuel. His 9 reindeer run entirely on carrots, cookies, and Christmas magic. Elon Musk, take notes. This might be taken over. Santa's also a straight-up polyglot. To read every child's wish list and communicate worldwide, Santa Claus has the ability to speak over 7,100 languages and dialects, including Braille. You think Duolingo was tough? No, that's got nothing on this. By the way, New Year's resolution for me is to begin Duolingo for the 30th time, and I have a feeling this time it's going to end like the other 29. Let's talk about a master of logistics, because Amazon Prime is impressive, but Santa manages 22 million deliveries per minute. Forget drones, Santa's sleigh has 100% on-time delivery rates with 0 porch pirates. Jeff Bezos could never come close to touching that. He's also the original influencer. Santa Claus has been in the game for 1,700 years, if you count from the St. Nick time, which we all count the St. Nicholas days. Never forget those days. He's the most enduring icon ever, with brand recognition higher than Coca-Cola, Nike, and even Mickey Mouse. He's also providing a lot of jobs. Let's talk about his North Pole workforce. Santa's workshops estimated to have around 90,000 elves, making him the CEO of the happiest and most productive workforce on planet Earth. Imagine the team building exercises. It just must be incredible. I'm jealous I'm not up there. Santa's also got night vision. How does he land on roofs in the middle of the night? He must have some sort of upgraded system, possibly better than our own military tech, which allows him to safely travel through any type of day, any type of weather. Plus, reports speculate that Rudolph's nose could double as a GPS device, which actually makes sense why it is flashing red. That's how we know the GPS is working, and we know Santa's safe. But let's not look past what Santa's training regime is, because he's climbing down chimneys all the time. Hauling sacks of toys requires elite fitness. His daily routine likely involves CrossFit, chimney scaling drills, and cookie-fueled cardio. He's the only man who can bulk and cut simultaneously. He's the world's greatest athlete, linguist, and environmentalist wrapped up into one, and for that we thank you, Santa Claus. All right, folks, it's time to talk turkey or tamales or deviled eggs, because there's lots of options. So let's dive into the top Christmas dishes that America's tables were graced with in 2023. It might give you some ideas of what you can bring to the family this year. Deviled eggs. Apparently, people love a side dish that is as devilish as their family drama at Christmas dinner. I personally love deviled eggs. My grandma, who passed away first Christmas without you, Grandma, I love you, but I'm talking about you on video, so it's good. This is going to live forever. She made the best deviled eggs. I'm going to make them in your honor this year, so we will be making deviled eggs. Another top dish across the U.S. tables is mac and cheese. It is clear that we are a nation powered by cheese. If this golden gooey dish isn't on your table, you might need to rethink your life choices. The third most popular dish, and what I am the master of making in my household, is mashed potatoes. A lot of people out there really were just thinking, you know what we need? We need a buttery carb hug, and I'm here to fill you with that hug of carbs and buttery goodness. Just do not forget the gravy. The gravy is one of the most important things on your dinner table this year, because it goes on everything. I even put it on my baby nephews. It literally goes on everything, even the babies. And the fourth most popular item on the table at Christmas last year was a potato salad. Okay, I see you, potato salad. A little sound and healthy, but also filled with carbs at the same time. It's like potato salad. I don't know if it's safe to put those together. It's a bold choice, and it's a good choice. Coming in fifth, this might be the most controversial one on here, because my family doesn't, people don't know if they like it or not in my family. I do like it. I've come to find I like everything when it comes to food. Coleslaw. Yes, even in the middle of winter, some people are wanting to shred some cabbage and call it Christmas. Quick shout outs to some regional feasts. Over here where I'm in Los Angeles, California, tamales were popular last year, because nothing says Christmas like unwrapping a delicious bundle of joy. Heading over to the other side of the country though, New York, roast goose. I didn't know that was a big thing there. If someone sees this from New York, is roast goose big there? So there you have it. Whether you are a mac and cheese master or a tamale traditionalist, Christmas 2023 was all about comfort and carbs. So what's 2024 going to be about? Let us know in the comments below, and then save me a plate physically, because I'll be knocking on your door and eating. And that is a wrap for our holiday episode. From deviled eggs to Santa's turbocharged sleigh and all the Christmas magic in between, we have covered the season's best. Remember, whether you are rocking out to Sabrina Carpenter's holiday hits, debating the greatness of mac and cheese, or leaving out cookies for Santa and his billion-calorie diet, the real gift is the joy we share. So crank up the holiday tunes, eat that extra slice of pie, and make some merry memories. Thanks again for joining me. I am Nick Major with the Spout Podcast. We have brand new episodes every single week, so be sure to follow, subscribe, turn on the notifications, leave a comment so I can comment back to you. Happy holidays. See you guys next time.